Hey, townies, my name's Philip, and you're watching the Mountain City Show. Hey, if you could, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free. And don't forget to click the bell.
The bell?
Yeah.
What's the bell?
Bell notifies them every time we have a new video. So make sure you click the bell.
It's free, costs you nothing. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks. Train in East Palestine. I want to play you the little TikTok one of the residents put out, and then we can go from there.
Okay.
You want to watch this?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's pretty horrific.
These aren't storm clouds. This is the fucking shit that they burn off. The fucking shit they burn off in East Palestine. This is not fucking storm clouds. Look at it. This is over Darlington.
That's pretty horrible.
Yeah.
This is their fucking success.
Okay.
That's unbelievable.
That ain't no fucking storm cloud. That's the fucking shit from East Palestine. They're fucking controlled burn.
It's unbelievable. Don't you think?
I wouldn't want to be there.
Oh, my God, no. I wouldn't live there.
No.
There's no way in hell I'd be there. And then the EPA is saying, everything's fine. It's all good. You can go back. You can go back there and live. Go ahead.
And the air quality is just great.
Yes, the air quality is amazing now.
Yeah.
That Nick Dram chemical engineer guy, he has a little TikTok too. We just watched that about how once you burn, what is it, vinyl chloride, it turns into hydrochloric acid, and how it bonds with water molecules. So I'm going to say, just based off of what that chemical engineer said, that the EPA is full of shit. That's just what I'm going to say.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are full of shit in this.
Yeah,
There's a lot of full of shit parties
Yes, there are a bunch.
contributing to this.
Yeah.
I think the responsible party would be the railroad.
Oh, yeah, they should have to pay to fix it all.
Well, they probably weren't up to par on their guidelines and their regulations, and they
Maintenance,
probably, were hauling that against their regulations, like it wasn't up to speed there.
Oh, yeah, they said it was 5 cars
Yeah.
full of vinyl chloride, which is 1,000,000 pounds. And I guess its temperature rate where it catches fire is 8 degrees. So they were concerned about it exploding, those 5 cars. So they decided that they were going to burn it all off. And when you looked at that guy's TikTok, it looked like Armageddon up in the sky. And they're not in that town because you figure the jet stream's moving all the clouds to the
It
east.
said 25 to 33,000 gallons per car.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So they're burning it, and now it's just going up into the air.
And it's still burning.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
And then I believe it's probably contaminating their water supply, their
Oh,
wells.
yes. Well, they said that animals were dying,
Yeah.
fish were dying.
I've seen videos on TikTok and
Yeah.
YouTube.
So you can't tell me that the EPA is
And
coming
the
in.
news.
Yeah, they're coming in going, everything's good. It's all lovely.
And
It's just wonderful. Come on back. No, I'm moving. Like, here's a great example, right? So if you have a house there, go put it up for sale. You think anybody's going to buy it? Hell no, ain't
I
anybody
think they
buying
need
that.
Erin Brockovich to come in there and
Oh, that's a
help 'em with
good
the
one.
lawsuit.
That's a good one.
That's what I think.
I think you're right.
That woman's on fire.
I-
I just love her.
I think you're right. I think she would.
Get her in there.
Yeah. And get that one young kid who's a chemical engineer over there to let him test it all.
Yeah.
You
What's
know?
his name? Nick Dram.
Nick Dram. Yeah, he's on TikTok. Check out his TikToks.
Yeah.
They're pretty
very
good.
smart.
Yeah, I mean, that's his thing. He's a chemical engineer. He's like, they're not telling you the whole story.
Of course not. It's
He's
the
like,
government.
You're not getting the whole story.
Everybody's covering their butt. Nobody wants to come out and say, "Oh wow,
Yeah.
we were wrong."
So
or
maybe
whoever was wrong there.
Right?
Yeah.
So maybe the whole balloon thing where the original one was a China balloon. The rest of them, it could have been our own shit that we were shooting down just for fun, so nobody looked at what happened in Ohio. It would just be a tiny little clip instead of huge national news. It's life-changing for people in a couple states.
Well, this has probably gone on for a really long time where, they're not adhering to their own regulations and rules in transportation, and transporting with the railroad. So, lesson learned. I hope they all get their shit together because, you can't have this. We have a railroad that comes through our town. Could you imagine?
No, it
And
comes
it's
right
like,
behind where I work.
Well, and people are just like, oh, move. Why don't you move out of the town? Well, people can't afford to do that.
No, they can't.
They got mortgages. These
Yeah.
are normal working class people
Yeah.
who can't just pick up and go.
No, and there are degrees of middle class.
That's just stupid.
Yeah, there's an upper middle
Because
class.
I've heard that, too, in some of the news.
Oh, why don't they just move?
Yeah.
They can't afford to move.
Relocate.
Yeah, you
Are
can't
you
afford.
going to relocate? Oh, who's going to buy their house?
Yeah, right?
Right?
Nobody's buying
Who's
that.
going to go there and buy a house there?
Oh, yeah, right.
No one.
No one.
I really think they need to get a hold of Erin Brockovich if she's not already on this.
Somebody is.
And there is a county attorney that they already have who is coming together with the town to sue the railroad.
Oh, and the government, because they didn't
Yeah.
do anything.
She needs to go help him.
Yeah, that Pete Buttigieg, whatever his name is, he's worthless. He needs fired.
Who's the guy that looks like George Burns?
I don't know, but that was
Does everybody
funny.
remember who George Burns
That
is?
was funny.
It looks like all he needs is a cigar. He looks just like George
He had them
Burns.
circle glasses
He's
on.
a politician of some sort.
Yeah. That was funny. You mentioned that when we were watching that.
Yeah, the state
that
of
was that was
Ohio.
pretty good.
Is he a senator or something? I don't know.
Something with Ohio. I don't think they've had anybody from the federal
I'm not up
government
to
there.
par on that, but I tell you, my heart goes out to those people because I know if I had to bathe my child or
And that
take a bath or wash her hair or
breathe. Heaven forbid if you
Breathe.
heaven forbid if you
well,
need
you don't
oxygen.
know what's going to happen to them in months from now.
Oh, it's going to be horrible. And then
know?
the one said that it was cancer's enormous and a bunch of other things that come with that. And the EPA said you can be exposed to one millionth of a part of it in an 8-hour period, and they just burnt 1 million tons of it.
They're still burning it.
Yeah, they're still burning it.
And people are concerned, and then it is going downwind. So if you live downwind from that,
Oh yeah,
you're going to get that too.
and it's in Ohio. So there's a lot of states around Ohio. We're near
They
Ohio.
said it was at the border of Pennsylvania and Ohio where this
Yeah.
town is located.
So we're near that. We're not that far.
And both governors, from what I understand, call the burn a success.
Oh yeah, because they're fucking idiots. That's why.
Right?
They were like,
So
oh,
you
well, we
got
don't want to play up what's really
Governor
happening.
of Ohio and the governor of Pennsylvania say the burning is a success.
I'm not buying that.
Well, why don't they go there?
Yeah, hey, I got a house for sale. Do you want it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can buy my home so I can move.
Yeah.
Or if you don't want to, at least let the government come and buy my house. Consider it a whole disaster. There's only 4,500 residents. Give them all $500,000, they move.
And, you have to wonder, with the railroad, I'm sure that a lot of these tracks are just need a lot of maintenance.
Oh, yeah.
They've been there for years and years and years.
100 years. 100 years.
Some of them are probably cracked and
Yeah, they said it was a wheel bearing that went bad on one of the cars, I guess, which
Yeah.
caused all that. But I don't know anything about trains.
well, it's a wheel bearing.
yeah,
You should have fixed
yeah,
it.
that's kind of important, I would think. You want to make
wouldn't
sure
you-
the wheels.
Wouldn't you catch that? A wheel bearing doesn't make all kinds of screechy noise.
Usually, yeah.
In a vehicle it does.
Yeah, it does. You would think.
Where's the maintenance crew?
Yeah, they sure didn't get sick days.
They're all getting.
They don't get sick days.
Everybody's cutting down on workers and.
I just think it's they're not being honest with everybody who's there.
No.
And they're not only that, but they're not being honest with the people. And it's not just that area. Think about it. They're burning that guy is a couple towns away on that TikTok.
Yeah.
So it's affecting everybody because it's moving.
Yeah.
That whole freaking cloud is just a moving. So it's not just right where it happened. It might be a 500-mile radius. So it's going to affect a lot of people, not just that one town.
Yeah.
And it's going to affect them over time. I wouldn't want to be anywhere near it.
No.
You know?
If it's true, what they say, there's nothing in the air or whatever. But there was a time period where it was.
Right? Yeah.
Before you got everybody out of there, they were breathing it.
You're right. You're 100% right. We're going to wait 10 days, and then we'll send the EPA and be like, oh, it's all good now. It's cleared up. No, it isn't. It's all in the water running downstream to the other states.
I wonder if it's anybody's blood work, like if you went and got tested to see if any of that shows up.
Oh, that would be interesting. Yeah, that would be interesting. Maybe they should.
I know if I lived there, I would be beside myself.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Where are you going to go?
Like, I would be crying. I would be so upset and stressed.
Like that guy on TikTok. I'd be cussing him, screaming.
I would be just what do you do?
Oh.
You would just feel like helpless.
Yeah.
Because the government isn't doing shit.
No, they're not doing nothing.
They're downplaying it.
They are downplaying it. And that's horrible. Because, yeah, and most of them people, they you're right. They cannot afford to move. They cannot afford to even.
The average people.
It's not like they have family somewhere.
Income family, we can't afford to just pick up and move.
No.
For a disaster.
No.
Has anybody even thought of that? We're talking nuclear war here and all kinds of invasion in China. If shit really went down, what would we do? We can't just pick up and go somewhere.
Oh yeah, they're like, oh, you make $50,000. You can move. No, can't, dude. Because by the time you take off insurance and all the gazillion amount of dollars I pay in taxes,
in the state of Maryland,
I'm bringing
especially,
home. I got $400 left over a month.
Listen, people, don't move to the state of Maryland. The taxes are absolutely ridiculous. Don't come here. Don't come here.
Yeah, it's not
because it's close to. I want to say it's 33% of my paycheck.
Oh yeah, it's a lot.
Close to 40.
Yep, it's a lot of money. A lot of money.
Of your paycheck.
Yep, it is.
Like, don't bother.
Yeah, and at one point,
don't move here.
At one point, they wanted to tax the rain that hit your house.
I remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah.
If it rains, we're going to tax you for the water runoff. We're like, really? You're going to do that? That's
and they said they just heard from the White House. Was it today or yesterday? They just
Tuesday.
Okay, so
it's been a while.
Well, come on.
Yeah, right. They don't want to acknowledge that.
Look, it took them that long to shoot down a balloon.
Yeah, right. It did take them long to shoot down a balloon.
It's like they're 10 steps behind everybody else.
They are. I think it's by design. I think it's by design.
They're not.
They do it on purpose.
Responders.
Oh, no. They are not responding to nothing.
They're playing it. They just playing it off.
They'll come in and be like, I'm sorry about the chemical spill. Here's your little lollipop. It'll be fine. I know you don't have any money.
We'll give you a couple cases of water.
Yeah.
And some food rations.
Yeah, keep paying your taxes. It's fine. You can stay here. But I'm sorry, sir. There's a big black cloud. It's all right. You going to take off your gas mask? No. But we got you some water.
Are you going to take off your gas mask?
Yeah, right? They come rolling in hazmat gear.
Maybe that's what we all need to do is we should be selling gas masks. We should all be stocking up on that stuff along with the food and the water.
Yeah.
Gas masks because we can't afford to move if there's a great big emergency or invasion or nuclear war. We're stuck here.
Oh, I tell you what I did do.
The poor people.
Yeah.
Which are poor people. There's not. I feel 90%. Like there's only two classes now. There's super rich, and then there's everybody else is poor.
Yep.
Like Game of Thrones. We're the peasants. We're the peasants.
We are.
And the politicians are the ones fighting over the Game of Thrones. They're fighting over the throne.
They are.
We're all the peasants, and they don't give a shit. So maybe that's something we should all invest in. Gas masks.
I tell you what I did buy. I bought
scary.
Those. I bought a 30-day supply of those MREs.
What's that?
They last for, it's food, and it lasts for 25 years.
Oh, yeah.
I bought them.
To be quite honest.
I bought them.
And I have thought about doing that too because, we just don't know.
No.
And, the thing that I think is great about social media and how it has expanded so much is that we are hearing more truth too. There is a lot of BS out there and people making stuff up, but there are a lot of people telling the truth too that we would never get a chance to hear or know about.
That is true. Yes, 100%.
So, is it a conspiracy theory? No, I don't think some of these things are. There are a lot of those out there, but when
Most
you
of
go
them
to
came true.
Walmart and Walmart's like, you hear it on the speaker about having your emergency supplies.
Yeah.
Why am I hearing that in Walmart?
Right. I agree with that. That's why I went.
I mean, come on, people.
That's why I went and bought those. I got a month's supply for 2 people, and it comes in like these containers, but they last for 25 years. And I'm like, well, shit. I'm in my late 40s.
All you need is a gas mask.
Yeah.
The dry food,
That's what it is. Yep.
And water.
Yep.
Oh, and a gun, people.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm pro guns
Gonna
all the way. Lots of bullets.
Gonna need a lot of
pro-gun.
guns.
Yep.
A lot
and
of
gun,
guns. Unfortunately, because
and
if you have stuff,
probably I think the other thing I think is smart to have is a generator.
yes,
You got those things, you're good to go.
yeah,
With some medicine.
yeah, whatever medicines you need, but at least antibiotics,
Yeah.
something. You're gonna have to have something. But I bought that
I
because
think it's smart.
I think the way things are going, and it's not that expensive. It's $200.
America is bankrupt
Yep,
at this point.
it is. So it was $200, and I think that was $200 well spent. And then I got mom one, so that was another $200.
I mean, it's just a scary world. And like I said, back to this train derailment. I mean, that could happen anywhere very easily.
Oh, imagine if that happened in like freaking Chicago, downtown Chicago.
No.
Or, in Miami. Or, I mean, they go everywhere.
We have rules and regulations for a reason. And when it comes to, transporting chemicals, certain businesses that we have, and if they're not abiding by it, this is what happens.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
It does. And they don't care.
No, they
So-
don't care, and they play it down.
And they're so wealthy. And it's almost, you're right. It's almost like the Erin Brockovich story. Like the company is so wealthy and
There's
so
only
powerful.
4,800 people in there. Oh, who cares?
Yep.
They outweigh the cost of those people versus
Yep. Like what it's going to cost me if they all die
Yep.
is still cheaper if I go to court.
who cares if they,
Yep.
it's only 4,800.
And then, at some point, somebody needs to call out the federal government because they didn't do nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Not a
Where
thing.
have they been?
Where's the...
I think we're all getting pretty used to that.
I think we
this
are.
Point with this administration. It's the do nothing administration.
It is. They do absolutely
The
nothing.
do nothing responders.
The bare minimum.
The bare minimal. That's a really good one. The bare minimal administration.
It is bare minimum, and it shouldn't be that way. But
Like-
they should have had someone right out there.
Where are they?
But then again, I would say if they did come out, they're not going to do
Where's
anything
FEMA?
anyway.
Where's FEMA?
Yeah, right. FEMA's huge.
Like, why is FEMA not there to help these people?
And we have FEMA trailers here that they just store in case of a disaster in our area because there's so much land.
Crazy.
I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds of them here. Like you would think they'd be like, all right, hook them up. Let's take them out.
It makes me sick that these poor people are going through this.
It
And
does.
My heart really goes out to them.
I mean,
It's horrible.
They're kids.
And it could happen anywhere. It could happen here in our town. And, they're just not getting the help that they need. They're getting a lot of bullshit.
They are.
So I really do hope Erin Brockovich jumps in there and
Yeah.
helps these people.
I think somebody needs
Because
to.
this is her forte.
It is her forte.
Yep.
She's really good at it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she still does it.
Yeah, she does.
Does she still do it? Well, then, yeah, she needs to be there.
Yep.
You would think there'd be a whole group of those type of lawyers there being like, all right,
Yeah.
give me everything you got.
Yeah.
And they'd have...
And, you haven't really heard that because I was listening to Fox News and they were interviewing some of the local people there that live there. And at their town meetings, it just sounded like nothing was happening.
Really?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then, when you hear that and then you look at the guy on TikTok, one of the elderly residents, taking his video up and, showing
And
the
they
sky.
have a right to be angry.
Oh, yes, they do. They have every right to be angry.
Yes.
They have every right to be compensated for that, too.
Yes.
100%.
And then they say, oh, well, it's going to go into the Ohio Powell River. And,
yeah.
they think they're telling them that it will disperse there and everything will be okay.
Dilute it. Now,
Dilute there. and
according to
everything will
that,
be okay.
Nick Dram, it chemically bonds with the water molecule, right? He's like, I'm a chemical engineer. This is what happens with this chemical.
Right? Right.
So, I mean, I'm going to have to lean to the side of the expert who does this for a living with chemicals instead of a government EPA or the government
The
officials.
guy that looks like George Burns.
Yeah, somebody giving you some kind of bullshit saying, "Oh, it's going to be fine. You can move back home." You know, right? There's a big dark storm cloud. It's raining hydrochloric acid. Literally raining hydrochloric acid. And you want me to move in and it's fine and get a shower.
And that's going to go into their well water.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to, or they're picking and choosing. All right, well, that well over there looks like it's probably good. We'll go get some samples from
They're
that
lying.
one. Absolutely,
Yeah,
they're fucking lying.
They're lying.
It's not true. They
And you know what? All the money in the world, if these people do a lawsuit, which I'm sure they're going to.
They need to.
All the money in the world cannot replace your health.
No.
So, I hope they do sue and they win, and it's not long and drawn out as these big corporations can do to people.
Oh, they will.
But as people start getting sick and as time goes by, it's sad because there's no amount of money that can replace someone's health.
Right. The two commodities you have as a person are your health and your time.
And that's what you hear them talking about.
Yeah.
Their water and bathing, and you don't hear them talking about money and this and that. They want
their life.
Just want regular drinking water back.
They want their life back. They don't have it right now. Like it's been upended, and they're telling them to move home. And I wouldn't want to move home.
No.
But, I mean, if you don't have, not everybody's rich. You can't just pack up and move. You're right. So where else you going to go? I mean, you can go drive. We can go drive 3 hours away to the west, where it's the clouds coming to the east. So what are we going to do? Go sit in a park and ride forever in the car with kids? You're out of your freaking mind.
It's easy to tell somebody that, but that's not comforting.
No.
And that's not helping them.
It is not. No, they should take, and I think the area is going to be so large and there's going to be so many people affected that railroad might as well just close. I mean, it should. It should just close. I wouldn't want that shit
running through my town anymore.
Oh, my God,
those
no.
Poor people.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
And, we see it all the time. We live in Cumberland, Maryland, so the railroads run through here all the time.
They do. Generally, they're all coal cars.
And you can see all the different kinds of cars that come through. And, you do wonder, what are they carrying in those?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think that if people start getting sick from it, that they'll even have that on TV? I don't think they'll even cover it.
No.
I think it'll just be
swiped. It'll go away.
They'll just sweep it under the rug so nobody hears about any of it.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks again for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button and become a resident of the mountain. Thanks again.